Watson and Crick used four quite different types of information to deduce the double helix structure. First, the water content of DNA fibers was important because it enabled the density of the DNA for estimation in a fiber. The number of strands in the helix and the spacing between the nucleotides has to be compatible with the fiber density. Second, X-ray diffraction patterns which were produced by Rosalind Franklin revealed the detailed helical structure. Third, the base ratios which had been discovered by Erwin Chargaff of Columbia enabled the pairing between the nucleotides. These base ratios led to the base pairing rules which were the key to the discovery of double helix structure. Fourth, Watson and Crick enabled the relative positioning of various atoms for the construction of scale models of possible DNA structures. The polymerization reaction that result in synthesis of a DNA polynucleotide. Synthesis occurs in the 5' to 3' direction, with the new nucleotide being added to the 3' carbon at the end of the existing polynucleotide. The beta and gamma phosphates of the nucleotide are removed as a pyrophosphate molecule. Franklin's photo showing X-ray diffraction pattern of DNA. The double helix is stabilized by base pairing and base stacking. First, base pairing. The pair must be between a purine and pyrimidine. A purine-purine base pair would be too big and pyrimidine-pyrimidine base pair would be too small to fit in a helix. There, the two base pair combinations are adenine make 2 hydrogen bonds with the thymine and guanine make 3 hydrogen bonds with cytosine, discovered by Chargaff. Hydrogen bonds longer than covalent bond with bond energy of 8 to 29 kJ per mole. Hydrogen bonds stabilize protein structures. Hydrogen bonds are weak electrostatic interaction between two electronegative atoms. Second, base stacking. These are attractive forces between adjacent base pair. It is also called pi-pi interaction because it may involve p electron associated with double bonds of purines and pyrimidines. The base ratio experiments performed by Chargaff. The double helix has structural flexibility. The double helix described by Watson and Crick is called the B form of DNA. It has helical diameter 2.37 nanometer, rise of 0.34 nanometer per base pair. A pitch, the distance taken up by a complete turn of the helix, is 3.4 nanometer, corresponding to 10 base pair per turn. Some conformational changes in nucleotides are as follows. First, rotation around the beta and glycosidic bond changes the orientation of base relative to sugar. The two possibilities are called anti and syn conformations. It influences the positioning of the two polynucleotides. Second, sugar pucker. It refers to the 3D shape of the sugar. The ribose component of the nucleotides that does not have a planar structure. When it is viewed from the side, one or two carbon atoms are either above or below the plane of sugar. In the C2' endo configuration, the second carbon is above the plane and third carbon is slightly below. And in C3' endo configuration, the C3 carbon is above the plane and C2 carbon is below. 3' C participates in the phosphodiester bond with adjacent nucleotide. The two pucker configuration have different effects on the conformation of sugar phosphate backbone. These conformational changes can give rise to major changes in the overall structure of helix. Fourth, the modified version of double helix called aDNA has diameter of 2.55 nanometer, rise of 0.23 nanometer per base pair, and a pitch of 2.5 nanometer and 11 base pair per turn. aDNA is right-handed helix and in anti-conformation relative to sugar. Sugar in the B form are in C2' endo configuration and in aDNA it is 3' endo configuration. Fifth, some more right-handed variations of double helix are B prime, C, C prime, C double prime, D, E, and T DNA. A more drastic organization is left-handed Z-DNA that has zigzag conformation. Z-DNA has 12 base pair pattern and diameter of 1.84 nanometer. It occurs in regions that contains repeats of motif G, C. Each G has syn and C3' endo conformations, and each C has anti and C2' endo conformations. Double helix structure of DNA. A. Two representations of the double helix. On the left, the structure is shown with the sugar phosphate backbone of each polynucleotide drawn as gray ribbon with the base pairs in green. On the right, the chemical structure for three base pairs is given. B. A base pairs with T and G base pairs with C. The bases are drawn in outline with the hydrogen bonding indicated by dotted lines. Note that a GC base pair has 3 hydrogen bonds, whereas a T base pair has just 2. Changes in nucleotide configuration that can affect the conformation of the double helix. A. Structure of anti and syn deoxyadenosine. The two structures differ in the orientation of the base relative to the sugar component of the nucleoside. Rotation around beta and glycosidic bond converts one form into the other. The three other nucleosides also have anti and syn conformations. B. Sugar pucker, illustrating the positioning of the sugar carbons in C2' endo and C3' endo configurations. A, B, and Z forms of the double helix. The major and minor grooves on each molecule are indicated by M, capital M and small m respectively. The B form has two grooves along the length of the helix. One groove is wide and deep called major groove. Other is narrow and less deep called minor groove. In A DNA, the major groove is even deeper and minor groove is shallower compared with B DNA. In Z DNA, major groove is virtually non-existent and minor groove is very narrow and deep. In each form of DNA, part of internal surface of at least one of the groove is formed by chemical groups attached to nucleotide bases. Features of different conformation of DNA double helix. Feature A DNA, B DNA, Z DNA. Type of helix: right-handed, left-handed. Helical diameter nanometer 2.55, 2.37, 1.84. Distance between base pairs nanometer 0.23, 0.34, 0.38. Distance per complete turn nanometer 2.5, 3.4 and 4.6. Number of base pairs per turn 11, 10, 12. Base orientation anti-anti mixture. Sugar pucker C3' endo, C2' endo mixture.